Star Harry Styles.
Hello.
How are you?
Very well, thanks.
Yeah?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, really good.
Thanks for having me back.
You're very welcome. Your 18,000th appearance on the Radio 1 Breakfast Show.
Yeah.
Third time this year.
Yeah.
Do you know that it's only a 3-a-year quota?
I know. It's
so
like
after this, see you next
year.
year.
It's like cortisone shots.
Yeah,
just numbs out after
after this interview, it won't work. So enjoy this. How's it been a movie star? Because that's what we're here to talk about this morning. We're going to talk about Dunkirk.
It's it's been really fun. It's I don't know. It's fun because you almost. It's such a hard stop when you finish filming, then you almost like forget that it happened, and then it kind of comes out obviously so long afterwards.
Had you wanted to act before, like when you were younger, when you were little? Did you ever do any?
I did it when I was at school. Yeah, I did like school productions.
What did you do at school?
Which obviously isn't the same, but we always did weird takes on stuff. So we did like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, but I was Buzz Lightyear.
Oh wow, so quite out there.
You know?
Okay.
So, yeah, there was a lot of... The storylines always kind of intertwined in a strange way.
And how did the role of Buzz Lightyear in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang sort of inspire you to be Alex in Dunkirk?
I think he's just, he's quite strong. He's willing to... he's always trying his best.
He's fearless.
Yeah, he's fearless. Yeah. He likes green. Yeah.
Did you mention this to Christopher Nolan?
No.
No, good. Good. Yeah, good. Okay, should we play a song?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, let's do it. We're going to have more chat with Harry after this. On the Radio 1 Breakfast Show, our guest today is Harry Styles.
Hi! Hiya.
I do a movie. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then when I heard it was like Christopher Nolan, I was like, wow. This is major. How was it like when you got that first sort of talk about it, or that first meeting about going to audition to be in a film this big?
Well, I think like when I first heard about it, I'm such a fan of his.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of excited to watch it when I heard he was doing this film. So I kind of knew it was going to be good. And then I just wanted to get involved really, and then did like a tape and sent it in.
Did you have to film that yourself at your house?
No, I did it with the casting director guy in America, and then I flew back for the auditions in London, which is real weird.
Is it? How is an audition? Because I guess the last time you auditioned, that went quite well.
Well, you walk into a room of. I walked in and everyone in the room was like people I'd seen in movies and stuff. But it was, it's so weird because you do it and then you just go home and like obsess over whether it was good or not.
Yeah.
So it's a really strange, like thing.
Do you have to go like when because obviously you're playing a soldier in Dunkirk, when you're going to that audition, now you can't turn up in like those silver Harry Styles boots.
Right.
So do you have to go up dressed in like man from the olden days?
Yeah, I purposely went in like a beanie hat and a jumper.
Right.
I was like,
just like this is actually
maybe like
this is actually me.
I should maybe try and blank canvas this down a little.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just a normal guy.
Yeah.
Cast me. Yeah. And then when do you get the call? Does Christopher Nolan call you and tell you you're in the film?
No, so I was actually in a writing session at the time, and I wasn't allowed to tell anyone that I'd got it. So my agent and manager called me, and I kind of like shouted with them on the phone, and then I walked back into the room, and they're like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, my friend got a job, and it was just really good." So, and they were like, Okay.
Really excited about this. Like, screaming like, oh my God, congrats.
Yeah.
And then how was day one on set? Because I imagine a lot of pressure to work on this, because massive film. I saw it yesterday. I loved it, by the way. I thought it was amazing. And it's and we'll get into that film in a second, but it's huge, isn't it? So day one, was it daunting? Was it scary? Were you fine?
Yeah, I think walking onto the set was like, it was so overwhelming. Just, I think, trying to imagine something of that size, and then when you actually see it, it is insane.
Yeah.
And I'd say my first day on set was one of the hardest kind of weather days and everything. So it was a bit like thrown in the deep end.
Was it freezing?
Yeah.
It looked freezing.
It was.
How was it watching it back? Like, how was it watching yourself back in it? Because that must be like quite a weird thing to.
Yeah, I really don't
do.
like it.
Because it's not like watching you back in an interview and you're like, oh, that's kind of me.
Right.
But watching you playing someone else must have been.
Yeah, it's yeah, I don't like it very much. It's a bit weird.
Okay.
It just makes you feel uncomfortable.
Let's not have that as the pull quote for the film. Don't like it. Bit weird. It's proper immersive, this film. Like, there's no. You'll see when you go and see it, but there's no sort of backstory to anything. It's like straight up action in it.
Yeah.
From the minute it starts to the minute it ends.
Yeah.
And I love that there was no, like, nothing sort of romanticized in it. There's no, like, I've got to get home to my wife. Like, you know, sometimes people cheese up a war film.
Yeah.
Like, there's none of that. It's just action, and I think it's quite brutal. It's quite like it's quite hard to watch.
Yeah, I think
in a very
just,
good way, great way.
Yeah, I think it's just really human.
Yeah.
And I don't think I don't really see it as like a just kind of a typical war film, because I think they're always about being the hero and kind of running and saving the day, and this is like the emotional side of it and how it affects everyone. And it's kind of, you know, it's like the civilians who are saving everyone, and it's kind of the soldiers are very much like accepting that they've lost, kind of. So it's a really interesting take on kind of something set.
It is the human thing. You're right at that. You're right at that. Did you cry when you saw it? Because I didn't know it was gonna get me like this. I proper cried in it. I cried twice in it, and then when it came out at the end, and it was like the human thing of it that made me cry. Like the civilians, like being like, well, we've sent them to war. Now we're gonna like go and save them. Yeah. And I came out. I was like a hot mess when I saw it. I was like, who's there? And it was like feelings of like pride and like lots of like weird feelings and quite life affirming feelings.
Yeah.
Did you cry when you watch it? Are you a crier when you watch movies?
Well, the first time I am sometimes. Sometimes things will just get me. The first time I watched it, I was more, because I hadn't seen anything and I didn't know how he'd put the story together.
Yeah.
So I was more like kind of watching to see what the story was. So I felt like I watched it less as just the film.
Yeah.
And then I watched it at the premiere in London, and it got me a couple of times. There's like a couple of like emotional little bits where I was like, I don't know if I'm allowed to cry in a movie.
Your own film.
I'm in, because I looked a bit. But yeah, it's really emotional. I think that the thing is like sitting in a cinema full of people, you kind of still feel like you're watching it on your own. Yeah, it's such personal. A personal experience. It's really like, you feel kind of surrounded by it, and it doesn't feel like you're watching a screen, really. It feels like you're kind of in there. Yeah,
when I left and I got in a cab, the cab driver was like really nice to me, and I was like, thank you, fellow human. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, we're going to play a song, and should we play a Harry Styles song?
Great.
Yeah?
I'll take the spins.
All right, let's do it. Let's play Sign of the Times and then have more with Harry after this. Radio 1 and Harry Styles quite literally on BBC Radio 1. Good morning.
Hello.
How is it when you hear your song on the radio? Like when you're in the car or something?
To me, in like the least narcissistic way, it sounds better on the radio.
Does it?
Yeah, there's something about it kind of playing on the radio that's always nice.
Do you keep it on or do you turn it off?
If I'm on my own,
keep it on.
Crank it.
Yeah, if you're with
people, you'd be like, oh, so embarrassing.
God, it's
so embarrassing.
Such a hit, this.
And then you kick them out of the car and then crank it.
Get it back on. Yeah. Get it back on. How was it, I guess in the way that you couldn't sit in that film last night and cry yourself being in the movie would be like if you were in a comedy, you can go to your premiere and like laugh at yourself. I'm hilarious. Exactly. Like you couldn't do that. Yeah. But you love a rom-com, don't you?
I do.
Would you do a rom-com?
I don't know.
Is that no?
I do like him though.
Yeah, you do like. What's your favourite rom-com?
I think When Harry Met Sally is like the classic.
The classic. It's getting a nod of approval from Fifi there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did you like the When Harry Met Harry headline after you met Prince Harry?
I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's good. We predicted it, to be fair, on the show last week. We did predict it. Because I was just wondering, have you seen a film that's not a rom-com?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, just checking. Because I have a list here of some of your favorites.
I thought this was a rom-com, and then I got on set, and I was like...
This isn't a rom-com.
So where's the rom and where's the com?
Yeah, where's Reese Witherspoon? Yeah. But, I mean, you're a big fan of The Notebook.
Yeah.
How many times do you reckon you've watched The Notebook? Be honest. This isn't an honest radio show.
I don't know, maybe like at least 30.
Ooh.
30, yeah, maybe upwards.
Pretty Woman?
It's one of those, if it's like on,
You've got to watch it.
I'll just
See,
watch
I don't know if I like
because it's mindless. Pretty Woman, I actually think is underrated. I think it's amazing.
Pretty Woman's not underrated. Pretty Woman is amazing.
I was at my mum's like a week ago, and I watched it. And I watched it like 4 times in a week. 'Cause it was just on.
It's on at the moment.
It's on the channel.
You can get it. You can get it right now. It's
and
on.
I was like, I enjoyed it yesterday, so
Let's do it
let's go
again.
again.
See, I get sort of tortured by my friends and like by Fifi and like people who listen to the show for watching Bridesmaids all the time. Because
Yeah.
that's my thing. If I enjoy it, I don't want to take the risk of watching like the new Spider-Man.
Something else.
I might not like it. Let's
Yeah.
watch Bridesmaids again.
I'm too on edge, so I like watching things where I know what happens at
Me
the
too.
end. I'm like, no, I'm safe here.
Me
I know
too.
what's happening. I don't want to be like emotionally scarred. I know the story. I'm safe.
I'm safe.
Safe space.
I'm
I'll
fine.
Just watch the same film.
I like that you like to watch a really safe, easy film, but you like to be in your first film, Dunkirk by Christopher
Yeah.
Nolan. You're a lunatic doing that. How was it like when you had to like learn all the lines and stuff? Because I guess that's nothing you've ever. Because you normally have just had to go to work and like be yourself and like talk about yourself. But how was it going to learn those lines? Was it hard? Did you revise them? How did you memorize them?
I got lucky with this because there's not that many lines in the whole thing.
You do have more than I thought you'd have. Like you've got.
Yeah,
you're
when I
quite
first
chatty in
when I
it.
first read it, I was like, oh, don't know if I'm gonna know all these.
Quite
And
a
then
lot.
I'm lucky. My memory's not too bad, so I actually didn't find it too bad.
Did you ever mess up and be like, oh, I got to do that one again?
No, but that was my main stress kind of each day on set. I was like,
Yeah.
even if I absolutely knew the lines, I was like, well, I'm definitely going to forget my lines.
Yeah. And do you think there was more pressure on because it was like your first film, people know you, were they all like, better get it right, new boy?
I think the thing is like, Chris wants everything to be so natural, so it's almost like if a couple things would change, he kind of didn't mind it, because he obviously wanted it to be like you were saying it for the first time, so if it was something that worked better, he didn't really mind.
Yeah. I think like that's why I like the radio, because if it's a bit like rubbish, it works charming.
Yeah.
It's very
It's
Christopher
endearing.
Nolan-esque, the show,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it? And there was a lot of extras, like a lot of extras in
Yeah.
this film. How many of those extras do you think just signed up because like they got to like see you and like, you know, Mark Rylance and stuff? Did anyone ask you for a selfie in like 1940s regalia?
There was, no, I don't think anyone had the
That's very respectful.
stuff. It was good.
That's
but
very good.
they got like a bunch, when we were filming in Dunkirk, they had like a bunch of locals and loads of guys from like the local school and stuff. And we'd be out and they'd all be dressed, and it was obviously insane to see them all walking kind of the streets of this town in full kind of gear. And we'd be sitting around in the days, and as the days would go on, they'd realise how much waiting around there was. So each day they'd start bringing more and more snacks. So they'd have their little like army bags with them, and you'd kind of look around and they'd be pulling out like
Pepperoni.
sausages and stuff. And there's this guy who brought like a little
Packet of skips.
Swiss Army knife and just a massive sausage, and would just sit there cutting bits of sausage off this thing. And we were
That's
like,
quite army snack,
like
though, I
the most
imagine.
French thing I've ever seen.
That is quite like, I imagine someone might have had that.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
But
was
then
your...
someone had like Starburst. Or something.
Yeah, that's off-brand. It's too off-brand. Sausage with a knife.
Other brands are available.
Yeah, thank you.
Fruit-based
Did you get to?
sweet.
Do you get to have a rider when you're in a movie? Do you get like a trailer? Because you know, when you think of movie stars like being in a trailer. Did you get that? I imagine Christopher
The thing
Nolan.
with the trailer on this was that we were kind of on the water all day.
Yeah.
So we had a trailer that you'd go and get dressed in. That was it. So
was
you'd
it.
like get dressed in it, leave, and then get dressed afterwards.
Right.
That was kind of.
So there was not
It
sort of-
wasn't like, oh, I've got loads of stuff in my trailer.
No rider.
But when I finished, I got my first edible arrangement.
What did you
There
get?
was like bouquet of flowers out of fruit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got my first one of those.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks.
Congrats on that. Congrats on
Quite
that.
good,
It's amazing.
actually.
What happens on the last day? Does Christopher Nolan say like, "Hey, well done. See you at the premiere"?
See ya.
Like, how's the leaving the set? Like, are you like, oh, is that done? Is it good? Am I
Yeah,
in it?
everyone kind of like has a drink afterwards and hangs out for a bit, and then it's so mad because you do it, and then obviously everyone goes home, and the next day it's just completely done.
Yeah.
It's such a hard stop.
You're just eating a fruit arrangement at home on your own, like watching Pretty Woman, I guess.
That was a great 5 months. That was really intense. Thank you so much. And then
back to normality. I bet that is weird.
Sleep for 3 days.
Okay, there's something I want to do with you. We're going to explain more, Harry, after this.
Okay.
Body. Right, in about 10 minutes' time, we are going to do something brilliant with Harry Styles and a heart rate monitor system thing from the hospital. The next two songs that you hear are going to be from DJ Khaled and Duke Dumont. But right, our guest today is Harry Styles on the Radio 1 Breakfast Show.
Wake up, y'all.
Radio 1.
The Radio 1 Breakfast Show.
With Nick Grimshaw.
Yo, Grimmy.
You're quite cool, you, as in, not like the way you look and everything, but I mean, you are quite like cool, like easy breezy. You're quite a little bit secretive. I had Niall on, and Niall was saying the same. Niall backed
Just
me
easy
up.
going.
Well, yeah, but to a fault.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. But you are quite like, you're not as dramatic as I am.
Okay.
Just, in a comparison way. Right. So we're gonna test this out right now to see how reactive you are to certain things. And I feel like I've known you for a long time, and I feel like I just want to check if there is a heart in there.
Okay.
Okay?
This feels mean. Is this mean?
It's not mean.
Okay. No, I'm in.
It's not mean. It's not. I promise you, it's not mean. It'd never be mean. Okay. You might have noticed that there's a machine next to you. It's a heart rate monitor.
Okay.
Whilst you might look calm and cool on the surface, the higher the number goes, the more you're displaying your feelings. So I'm going to talk you through some things, some images.
Okay.
And we're just going to see how you react and how they affect your life.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
We're going to, first of all, attach the heart rate monitor to you.
Yep.
And while that happens, I'm going to put on a white jacket.
Okay.
So I look like a doctor. So right now, Dr. Oscar is administering the sticky-itis thingy-me-bobs, which you see on like Casualty. Going to get real life heart feels from Harry Styles' real life heart here. Is he alive, Dr. Oscar?
Hang on.
There's nothing.
There's
A moment of delay.
He's a robot Simon Cowell created.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, is that good?
Live, heart rate 68 beats per minute.
68 beats per minute. Is that good? Is that normal, Dr. Oscar?
Completely normal.
Okay. Right, thank you, Dr. Oscar. I've got it from here. Thank you. So I'm going to show you a series of images, and we're just going to see how you react to these images, okay? I think we should start with the man that has made you a movie star, Sir Christopher Nolan. Talk to me about your relationship with him.
I was pretty in awe of him the whole time I was
Not
on
scared
set,
of him?
really. I was a bit scared of him, yeah.
Quite scary. So the heart rate is fine. It's all calm.
Yeah.
I believe you. Next up, we go from Christopher Nolan to those gross giant purple trainers you used to wear. How does that make you feel? Heart rate is rising.
Yeah, they were pretty bad. They were comfortable though.
Yeah.
For a while.
When did you decide to throw them out? Heart rate's rising. Do you miss them? Are you getting feelings of upset?
No, I don't miss them.
I think you
don't
bring
miss
them back for the Harry Styles solo live tour.
Thinking about it, yeah.
I think that would be nice. Next up, how does this image make you feel? It's Ryan Gosling from The Notebook.
Looking very handsome. It's a good scene.
Great scene. Heart rate's rising to
He's
80.
great.
Yep.
He's great.
80.
No, it's not.
Was it at 80? Sorry, Dr. Will, I'm getting a second opinion. Dr. Producer Will said it was at 80.
I mean, yeah, great.
Great.
Great actor, big fan.
Okay, next up, we're gonna see somebody, a person, a human person, someone that you spent a lot of time with, someone that went their separate ways. How does Zayn Malik make you feel? Here in a leather jacket, but no shirt.
Yep.
I think
It's a nice combo.
that would be too sweaty for me.
Personally, for me, that would be a little too sweaty.
Little too
also.
sweaty. I heard that all the boys got in touch with you for the film, and that's dead nice.
Yeah.
I heard that on the entertainment news here on Radio 1. Heart's gone to a stable 67. We're spotting a pattern here. If you know them, if you trust them, it's the same level. How does money make you feel? There's too much in his bank account. It's flatlined. And like the alarm went off when we see a briefcase of cash. And next up, we go on to actress and model Camille Rowe. How do you feel about her?
I don't know her.
You don't know her?
No.
Oh,
I'm sure she's wonderful.
she looks nice.
I'm sure she's a wonderful person.
Heart rate lower than the purple gross trainers. Next up, it's a favourite, a Chelsea boot. Why are you shaking your head?
I hate you all so much.
What?
A Chelsea boot.
A Chelsea boot. Heart rate's rising. Heart rate's the highest it's ever been. Heart rate's going to hit 80, 81. Would you say that's the biggest love of your life, a Chelsea boot?
Probably.
Heart rate's at 85. 92. More emotion for a Chelsea boot than Camille Rowe. Oh, 97. Where do
You're
we go?
idiots.
100. 100. You can take that one home with you, Phil. We'll laminate it. Harry, good luck with the film. Thank you
so
for coming in
much.
to see us. Thank you,
you.
Harry Styles.
Ooh, that was interesting.
Did you like that?
I hate you.
Why?
All of you.
What?
You're idiots.
What?
You two are idiots.
Who exactly are you talking about?
Lou and Harry.
Well, they're mutual friends. I reached out to them for some triggers, and it worked.
Oh, you're the worst.